Manager tried to discipline me for 3 extra minutes. He lost his job instead. I worked for a water company for 25 years and was one of their most productive repair crews. That was until the new manager, let's call him Mr. Numbnuts, started. We had a monthly rota where you were on call for 1 week in 4, for emergency repairs out of hours. On the day in question, I started work at 7:30 a.m. on a Friday and finished at 3:15 a.m. Saturday morning. So a pretty long shift. I get to work Tuesday morning and get called into the office by Mr. Numbnuts. He informs me that, according to my vehicle tracker, I'd left the yard at 3:12 a.m., not 3:15 a.m. He claims this is an attempt to defraud the company. As you can imagine, I was absolutely fuming at this level of nonsense. I told him that at the time I was covered in mud and sweat and just wanted to get home after completing a monster shift for the company. I asked him, was he genuinely making a fuss over 3 minutes? He said he was making me aware that I could be fired for it. Cue malicious compliance. I said, if we're going to be this petty, you can take me off the emergency contact list for extra coverage. I won't be starting 20 minutes early each day anymore. I'll now clock in at exactly 7:30 a.m. and head out at exactly 5:30 p.m. No deviation whatsoever. And you can explain to your bosses why productivity is down and why you're struggling to get coverage for emergencies. We'll then see how important your 3 minutes are when they are costing the company money. Little did I realize at the time, but the guy's job was bonus-related and linked to our productivity, which tanked after that because all the other crews followed my lead, except the brown nose crews, of course. 3 weeks go by with an absolute mess of customer service, complaints about work not being carried out in a timely manner. My productivity dropped from 7 jobs per day down to 4. Mr. Numbnuts gets called in by his bosses to try and explain what's going on. He tried to spin some story that I'd turned all the guys against him for no reason, and that this was the result. Little did he know that I'd actually trained his boss when he first started with the company 15 years before. His boss wanted to come out and find out what we do and experience how hard the job is. He surprised me by working a full month on the repair crews before going back to the office. Anyhow, the boss calls me in to find out what's really going on. I explained how Mr. Numbnuts had used the tracker to monitor what time I'd left the yard. I admitted I had guesstimated my finish time and overestimated by 3 minutes, because I was absolutely exhausted after working a shift from hell on call. Conclusion: the manager was let go for misuse of the tracking system. It's only supposed to be used for emergencies, not monitoring. We had our on-call system reviewed to cut the hours we were having to work. Edit: apologies for it being so long-winded. Edit 2: no apologies for format, spelling, or grammar, that's just me. This isn't an English exam, it's the internet. Get a grip. Holy cow, this blew up quickly.